Hey gang, welcome back to the Executive Chef Catering Facebook page. Chef Ron is on today, delivering on a promise from, I think it was like the second one we did. Promised you guys that I would make something for you, show you something that's probably the most important thing you can make to have general good cooking, and that's stock. We like to save our stuff in the freezer. So as I'm going along, I get a one by one, I get a chicken, I've got some turkey from last week. We freeze the stuff that we're working with. Why? Because we're gonna make just a sort of a general, what they used to call a game stock. This one here with, what do we got? We got a little bag of treats. We've got some nice trimmings from the tenderloin. We've got some chicken wings. We got a lemon. We've got, what else? And then we've got a whole bunch of beef tips over here from a strip loin that we did, and a chain from a tenderloin. There's our turkey neck. That's going to be important because that guy's going to give us some marrow. And here's some just general trim from beef and whatnot. Now, we want to break this up a little bit. So we'll start with the neck. I'm going to break it a little bit because we're going to want the marrow to come out of that. The lemon, why not? And then it's just basically a bunch of vegetables. Again, this is stuff you would normally throw out. Trimmings, the heart of the celery, a couple of spare shallots. Not bad stuff, just stuff that's extra. The tops of your celery, etc. So we're going to put everything that's not leafy, starting with this nice onion, which we're going to cut in half so it'll caramelize on the pan. Down, and we're going to put it face down into the pan. Non-leafy stuff, because we're going to add the leafy stuff after it roasts a bit. Because this stock, we're going to do a bit of a browner stock, which is going to require a little time in the oven. Here's a garlic clove. We'll just split that, put that in again, face down, boom. And that's it. It's in the pan. It goes in the oven. We're going to roast this for maybe 35, 45 minutes. We're probably going to have to turn it one time, spin it about a half an hour, and you can see we're getting a really good roast to it here. But you can see it's getting nice and crisp. The meat is starting to cook through. Because we put it in frozen, the middle is still a little bit undercooked. The chicken's doing great. Look at that, our lemon is seasoning up our chicken just awesome. And now we're gonna add the leafy veggies. Back in the oven, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Jack up the heat a little bit, then we're gonna make some stock. And it looks like we are good to go here. The beef all browned up, the veggies all browned up. You notice a lot of reduction in size and quantity there, but that's okay. We're gonna try to make, I don't know, maybe if we end up with a gallon of stock, it'll be a lot. So what we're gonna do here is transfer it to the pot. You notice the bottom of these onions. See how we were talking about caramelized? How nice and caramelized they got. Same thing with this garlic clove here. That's gonna add to the beautiful brown color of the stock. Now, if I was making a veal bone, there's some things that you need bones, obviously. Demi-glaze, and why? Because you need to get the marrow from the bones. For a simple stock like this, not so much. Although this turkey neck will give us a little bit of marrow. And there we go. Just enough water to cover. We're just going to deglaze it a little bit, so. And we light up, boom, and into the stock itself, the rest of we've got some peppercorn, we've got some bay leaf. This is stuff obviously we don't want to roast in the oven, or just want to burn, scorch. Juniper berries, and this is, it's funny, these are, you've seen 3 different chefs that I worked for or with over the years that gave me these little trips. Little marinara sauce. Got about 4 ounces of marinara in there, again, to season. You could just throw in some plum tomatoes, but why not? You notice we're getting a nice scorch going on this pan. Some red wine, we're gonna deglaze. Boom. And there it goes. We'll cook that down a little bit, add it to the stock. Now all of that good roasty stuff on the bottom of the pan comes on up, lifts right on up. That's what's going to give our stock that beautiful brown color. when it's done. Easy peasy. Couple 3 hours on the stove, we'll strain it out, put in the walk-in, and then we'll see what we have. All right, it's been 4 hours. Our stock has been bubbling away there. Actually, I had to take off for a little bit, but here we are back in the kitchen. We're definitely ready to strain. The smell, again, I wish I could get this stuff through the camera. It's unbelievable. It's beef. It's I'm just picking up a little hint of the chicken there. Really, all we're gonna do now is strain it, put it in the walk-in to cool, and then first thing in the morning, I'll show you we're gonna fat cap it, and it's gonna be ready for whatever we want to do with it. So simple. It's just basically into the sieve. And you see, there's the turkey neck. So it's all kind of falling apart. I mean, this stuff really, just basically we tried to pull all the flavor out of all of it. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of a squeeze into the sieve here. Just pressing it out. And you see it's a lighter color coming out. I don't know if you can pick that up, but basically we're getting a lot of fat and oils out of it right now. All of that's gonna rise to the top. You can see it's happening a little bit already. 2 ways to do it. We could, if we had to use this right away, I would give it a little time and just start what we call scumming off the top. And you see that's all oils. But we're not gonna be using this until the morning. So I'm gonna take the easy way out, pop it into the walk-in, stock is gonna chill, fat's gonna sit on the top, and in the morning it's gonna be good to go. So it's done. Here we are in the morning. I got a lot to do today. Let me just show you guys. We're back. It chilled. You see this is that fat cap I was talking about. Just presents itself right up on the top of the stock. So just go around the outside with a knife or with a spoon. Boom. Literally pull it right out of there. Scrape off the backside. And I could use this fat here to what we do is melt it down. We'll rub our roasts with this fat before we braise them with peppercorns and whatnot, sea salt, fresh herbs. So we'll save that. Here we are with you notice the gelatinous. We did get quite a bit of marrow just out of those meat scraps and that one turkey neck. You see what we ended up with. It's a pretty color. Not as dark as a straight up beef stock. Look almost like a veal stock. It's just fabulous. It's everything beef. It's everything. It's a perfect component to any soup, any sauce, any sauteing you want to do, and it's so much better than something that you're going to buy in a can or in a jug or, God forbid, in one of those little horrible cubes. Stop. Like it, love it, share it. Follow it. You want to automatically get Chef Ron in your news feed, and who wouldn't? Hit that little follow button. And when we come back tomorrow, I think we're gonna make something with our beef stock. You don't want to miss it. See you then when Chef Ron is on.